what happened to the Codex, to the Aleppo Codex, during the First Crusade?
So it is believed that it was basically what happens is the Codex is intact and in Jerusalem by the 10th century. In the 11th century, 1071, Jerusalem was attacked by the Turkish Seljuks, who seized control from the Shiite Fatimids. Okay. So again, Sunni Turks and the capturing Jerusalem from the Shiite Fatimids, Sunni and Shiites being the two of the major Muslim sects, the Shiites being in the minority. Then the Fatimids retake Jerusalem. Then eventually, 1099, the Crusaders captured Jerusalem. 1096 is the beginning of the First Crusade. We know a very tragic time for the Jewish people, especially in the Rhineland. But the Crusaders were always short of cash. There's this huge army to support, and they're extended, and the supply chain, we have heard of issues like that. Supply chain was an issue back then as well, probably worse. So the Crusaders, like most thugs, resorted to many ways to make money. Kidnapping people, some Crusader castles, as you know, in Israel, amazingly, have graves in them of famous biblical characters, right? Because now they could charge entrance. So they build a castle. They say, oh, wow, we found the grave of Noah. I think it's in Sfat. Obviously not the grave of Noah. No one has a clue where he's buried, but you can charge entry fees now, right? And so they make money. So it is believed that the crown, the Keter, this codex was taken either by the Celtics, more likely by the Crusaders, and held for ransom. It was held for ransom. So it was in Jerusalem, in the possession of some Karaites. It was redeemed for ransom. There is a letter we have in the Cairo Geniza, which talks of that people who are redeemed from the Franks referring to the Crusaders from France. Some are in danger of dying from want of food and clothing and exhaustion. Others remain in captivity. All this, in addition to the money. Now, this is from Cairo Community writing this, who say that in the money so we sent money to help the Jews who were starving, to redeem Jews from captivity. And at the end, there's a few lines that says this: all this in addition to the money that was borrowed and spent in order to buy back 230 Bible codices, 100 other volumes, 8 Torah scrolls. So you see the Cairo community, which was fairly affluent, spent money ransoming stuff, material from the Crusade. So it appears that the Cairo community was able to ransom the, this is, by the way, from Gotian in Hayishuv Be'eretz Yisrael, from one of his books about the Cairo Geniza. And so there, it was ransomed by the Jews of Fostat. Fostat was a suburb of Cairo where the Rambam lived, most famously. And in the early 12th century, it was redeemed by them.